All right, bro. So when I started doing this in my life, everything became easier for me, which is tracking my money. When I started tracking my money, I understood what I was actually making and what I was spending my money on. So me as a barber, I get cash every day. So it's easy for me to go and waste money on gas, lunch, or fucking if you smoke, you could go spend your money on smoke or spend your money on drink, or some people just spend too much money drinking coffee. You see what I'm saying? So if you drink coffee every day, you spend $10 or $5 every day, or if you drink it multiple times a day and you're not tracking how many times a month you're buying that coffee, at the end of the month it could be a certain amount that you could be saving instead of just spending that money all the time. Like if you spend $5 for 30 days, you're gonna be spending 150 every month. See what I'm saying? So you might as well best off is get you something where like you could just like make your coffee at home and save that 150. Like let's say a bag of coffee, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks, however much money it is, and that shit'll last you like a week. But the point is that tracking your money is what's gonna level you up, because you gotta know what you're spending and you gotta know what you're making. So before I used to just spend my money and not really know like how much I was really making, so that would lead me to overspend easily also. So I track all of my money. So I'm a barber, so I track my haircuts. I track how much I get paid every haircut, and then at the end of the week I add it all up and I subtract whatever rent I have, for the barbershop, which is a booth chair. So I pay like $250 a week. So whatever I make, whether it's 700, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, whatever it is, I subtract that 250, and I know what has to go to my bills and what I could play with. So that's gonna make it easier for you to save your money, invest your money in other stuff, rather than just like leaving it up in the air. You feel me? So I break down my bills like doing like, all right, so I pay like a certain amount every month, right, for rent. I put that in there. I put the phone. I put gas. I add all of these things up. Every bill that I have, my phone bill, my car payment, my gas, my rent, my booth rent for the chair. So I know exactly how much I gotta make a month, and I break it down weekly. You see what I'm saying? So it's not on. It's off the stove.
Oh my God, what happened?
You gotta click the button in the back. Sometimes it be doing that. So every week I know, like, all right, let's say every week, let's say my full bills for the month is 3,000. So I know every week I gotta at least make, let's see, I put it in the calculator, right? So I put 3,000, and then I'll put 3,000 like that and divide it by 4. So I know every week I gotta pull in 750. Some days I'll make 750 in a couple days, or whatever it is. Like, I make 1,000 or whatever. So it'll be quicker. I make more money quicker or whatever. It just depends on the day. But once I know that weekly I gotta make 750 to cover all my bills, then I know how hard I gotta grind, and I keep track. Like, all right, bet I got freaking 15 haircuts in. All right, bet I need another 15 for this week, so I can make 800, 900, or whatever it is, 1,000, so I could, save up, so I could have more bread on top of the bill money that I already have. On top of that, another thing is overspending. When you overspend, that's when you really fucking up. Cause you can make a lot of money, but if you overspend your money, it's like you ain't making a lot of money. It don't matter how much money you make. If you overspend, you're not gonna be able to see your money, because you gonna swipe your credit card, you gonna owe a balance, and then you stuck paying that balance like I have in the past, and then you don't even see your money. You start having all this money that could be yours, but you paying off all your bills, and then on top of that you overspend, so you paying off the credit card. There goes another $500, $1,000, whatever it is. So you ain't seeing no progress, and you feeling like you broke because you just paying all these bills, but you can't put no money to the side. When really, if you could track it, is better. You know what I'm saying? You tracking, you know, okay, I can't go above 1,200 this month, so I got 1,200 to play with. I'm gonna go out to eat or whatever I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend 500 on food and I'm gonna spend 500 on playing time. And that's basically like how you gotta do it, because if not, you'll overspend. What I like to do now is like I got to the point where like I use credit cards to track my spending. So I'll excuse me, I'll track my credit. Like I'll use everything with my credit cards, and I'll know how much I'm spending on gas and food and all this stuff. So at the end of the month, I know, okay, boom, on food, I'm gonna waste about 600 a month. And then on gas, it's gonna be about 300-400, depends, you know, anywhere from 300 to 400 on gas. Cause I probably pump like 50 bucks, you know, let's say like every 3 days or so. It depends how I drive. Sometimes it changes, but I just know like, okay, for the month I need 600. Once I get that 600, I just put the money to the side, and I know that's for my food and whatever I'm gonna eat and stuff. I go out, I make sure, you know, I stay within the means. So also, with the gas and stuff, like I use different credit cards for different stuff. So I got a business account, and I use like all my expenses from barbering, my gas, what else? That's about it. My gas and my barbering supplies, I put it on one card. So I know, you know, it's not much. It'll probably be like 300-400 bucks. Sometimes I buy supplies, you know, another $100, maybe like 500-600. So in total, I'll need like 600 on that card, and then 600 for food. So I need a total of like 1,200. You see what I'm saying? To like eat my food. You know, I can eat at home, eat out a little bit, and pump my gas and shit. So like that's how I like to do it, but you gotta be able to respect the credit card, because you'll get caught up in swiping the credit card and then you have the cash and then you wanna go spend it. It's like that shit's not gonna work. You'll get caught up. Like you gotta be real disciplined with it. As soon as you get the cash, you gotta be like, all right, this 600 is straight. I act like it's gone already. When I get the 600, that shit is gone already. It's already paid to the credit card. You see what I'm saying? I act like I don't even have it. Unless it's a crazy emergency and I have to use it, then I'll use it. But other than that, that's like my method of tracking my money. Also, I said that I write down every haircut I do. I'm gonna show y'all right now. So like, look, this is my weeks. Like I write down Monday through Sunday, whatever I do. I write the haircuts, how many haircuts, what they paid me, and at the end, I put how much I made that day. So that way I stay on track, and at the end of the week, I put, boom, what I made. See what I'm saying? I put everything on track, because before, I used to never do this shit, and I used to just spend my money and never be able to save, because I'm thinking like, damn, I'm not even making enough, and I'm just spending my money. But in all reality, I was spending my money on stupid shit like eating out too much. I was like drinking coffee too much. What other things? I would just spend on stupid shit that I could have just, you know, backed away from and saved. And I could have used that like extra 200-300 or 500 to put to the side and have some savings. And now I'm better at doing that, because, you know, I track everything. So like if you ain't tracking like what you're spending and what's coming in, and you really don't know what you got. You know, I used to like spend a lot and not even realize how much I was making. Once I started tracking exactly what I was making, I'm like, damn, I'm tripping. I'm blowing my whole stash. Like I'm blowing all the money that I'm getting, and I could like save a little bit of money. You know, one thing I did was start cooking at home. That was the best thing I could do, was like start cooking at home, because that saves the most money. Because I would spend $20 on a meal, and I eat out like twice a day. So that's 40 bucks times 30 every day. That's 1,200. And then not counting the weekends, I'm gonna go spend 200-300 times 4. I'm at like $2,000-3,000 just on food. So I had to slow down and start cooking at home, and just like, you know, really pipe down, really make sure I'm spending my money on things that I really need and not just fucking off. you know, and that's how I was able to like level up and like build a savings. You know what I'm saying? I got like multiple savings. I got like 3 accounts with savings in it, that I'll be putting in like monthly. Also, I'm a barber, so I get cash. So at the end of the day, I get cash and Zelle. So most of the time I get Zelle, but a lot of time I get cash too. And every day I put like 20, 30 bucks in the shoebox, and I won't even think about it no more. I'll just put it in the shoebox every day. And at the end of the month, sometimes I put more. Sometimes I put $10. Sometimes I put 5. Sometimes I put 30. Sometimes I put 50. Sometimes if I had a good day, I'll put 100 bucks in it. And at the end of the month, I don't touch it at all. It don't matter what's going on. I don't touch it until the end of the month. I touch it, I count it up, and then I put it in a rubber band, and I act like it's not there, and I do it all over again. Every month I do that. So I can have a savings in cash, and I also have a savings that I do like from my Zelles and all the money that I get off my Zelle. I put it into a savings account in my bank account. So I got like 2 savings, you know what I'm saying, that I could like go and get to if I really need. And before I started doing all this tracking, I really didn't have no money. Like, I'd probably have like cash laying around, probably like $1,000, $2,000. But sometimes I'd even spend that shit because I was spending too much, and I'd get fucked around and caught on the credit cards or whatever. I owe some money to somebody or whatever it is, and then I end up spending my savings, and it's like, fuck, I'm never gonna get nowhere like this. So, that's my tip on advising you to like level up like your finances. That's the way to do it, is like track everything. You know, people used to tell me this all the time, like people that got money and stuff, because I always ask people, you know, that's in a higher level than me, I like to, you know, let them show me some game, because I'm a forever student of the game. So they'll be like, you gotta track your money. And for the longest, I would be like, track my money, like I can't even like fathom that. Like every dollar is crazy. But once you get into a rhythm of just writing the shit down real quick, it's like a quick ass text message. You know what I'm saying? You text your fucking friends, your family, whoever the fuck you text, you sending DMs and shit. You could sit down for 1 second and write down that little meal that you just had. You write it down. Boom, $10. Food, $10. Gas today, $30. You see what I'm saying? And at the end, you round it up and you see what you really got. You see what you really spent. You know, but that's what helped me to like really like get financially stable and really like save some money and like level up with my finances, because without that, I wouldn't really know shit. I wouldn't know shit of what's going on with my finances. But yeah, so that's the 2 things, you know, the 2 tips that I would let y'all know to level up your finances, to, you know, so you could do better and shit and get ahead of the game instead of just being stuck in the same hole and not making moves and just being broke all the fucking time. I would advise you to do some shit like that, you know, track your money and don't overspend. That's the best, 2 best things you could do, man. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, man.